No. Chalo. Let us try to start with the next topic, beta. Expansion of gases. Last topic of your thermal expansions, beta. We did expansion of solids, we did expansion of liquids, and today is your expansion of your gases. Expansion of your gases part of relation. Okay. So the first point there, beta. We know that gases have no definite shape and volume. Gases have no definite shape and volume. No definite shape and volume. So the gases completely occupy what? Their volume of the vessel in which it is being filled. You know it, like say if it is open in a room, it will occupy the complete room. If it is open in a very big hall, it will try to completely occupy the hall part of relation, isn't it? So gases have no definite shape and as well as of your volume. So next point I can write here. The gases completely occupy the entire volume of the vessel in which it is filled. Is that point clear, beta? Gases have no definite shape and as well as of your volume. So the gases completely occupy the entire volume of the vessel in which it is filled. Is that point clear for everyone? So what is an expansion of your gases part of relation if I'm trying to go? So expansion of your gases is right now, the gases have no definite shape and as well as of your volume. No definite shape and as well as of your volume. So the gases occupy the entire volume of the vessel in which it is filled. Am I audible, beta?
Sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. So let us try to go for the next point, beta, in this one. So when gas heat is heated, when a gas is heated, both pressure and volume, PNV, pressure and volume changes. So it has two coefficients, beta. One is known as of your volume coefficient. First one is known as of your volume coefficient. Here it is represented by alpha. Don't take this alpha as linear, beta, as we don't have any other option. So here in the NCERT also, we are representing the volume coefficient as of your alpha. So alpha is equals to volume at T degrees centigrade minus volume at 0 degrees centigrade divided by volume at 0 degrees centigrade into your T. Clear, beta? Clear? So in this one, what I'm taking common right now for this one. So in this one, mass and volume are constant, or sorry, mass and pressure are constant. Okay, so when we are expanding the gas, when a gas is heated, both pressure and volume will be changing. In the first case, if mass and pressure of the gas is kept constant, then volume coefficient alpha is equals to Vt minus V naught by V naught into your T part of relation. The same way, second one is known as of your pressure coefficient. Next one is nothing but what your pressure coefficient. Pressure coefficient is represented by letter beta. Pressure coefficient is represented by letter beta. So what is the value of a beta beta? Beta is equals to your PT, pressure at T degree centigrade, minus pressure at 0 degree centigrade by pressure at 0 degree centigrade into your T part of relation. What I'm taking constant again right now here, see. So in this one right now, in this one again, I am keeping mass and volume are constant. Mass and volume are constant. Clear for everyone? So when a gas is heated, we have two coefficient. One is known as volume coefficient, another one is known as of your pressure coefficient. Volume coefficient is represented by alpha. So alpha is equals to what is a condition I can write right now? Alpha is equals to Vt minus V naught divided by V naught into T. Vt means volume at T degree centigrade minus volume at 0 degree centigrade divided by volume at 0 degree centigrade into your temperature. In the same way, beta is equals to your Pt minus of P naught divided by P naught into your T part of relation. Clear for everyone? Is it point clear? So when gas has no definite shape and as well as of your volume, so gas has no definite shape and as well as of your volume. So that is the reason when the gas is completely occupying. So whenever you are taking the gas completely occupies the entire volume of the vessel in which it is been filled. So when a gas is heated, both pressure and volume will be changing simultaneously. So we are defining two coefficients in this one. One is known as volume coefficient alpha. Another one is known as of your pressure coefficient of your beta part of relation. Now see here, volume coefficient can I write like this? See, basically try to listen it carefully now. From the given condition, I'll write here itself. It is possible for me. Okay. So here only I'm writing this one, you see. I'll write with the red pen. Listen it carefully. So Vt minus V naught, I'm bringing it out better. Vt minus V naught is equals to how much will be alpha into V naught into T, can I write? Isn't it? So Vt will be equal to how much better? Vt is equals to V naught plus V naught into alpha into T. That means I can take V naught common into 1 plus alpha into T. Can I write like this? So volume at your T degrees centigrade, volume at your T degrees centigrade is equals to, volume at your T degrees centigrade is equals to, this is the given condition. Isn't it? Vt is equals to your V naught into 1 plus of your alpha into your T. 1 plus of your alpha into your T part of relation. Can I write like that better? Okay. So V at T degree centigrade is equals to V at T degree centigrade is equals to your V naught plus V naught into your alpha into T. So Vt is equals to your V naught into 1 plus alpha into your T part of relation. Clear for everyone? So now if I am writing for a two different temperatures beta, at your two different temperatures if I am writing, like say if I need the volume at your V1 and volume at your V2. If I take the ratio of this one, V naught into 1 plus alpha at a temperature of T1 divided by V naught into 1 plus alpha into your T2 part. This V naught will get cancelled right now. So I'll be getting right now V1 by your V2 is equals to 1 plus alpha into T1 divided by 1 plus alpha into your T2. See this one once again. Volume coefficient part of relation beta, volume coefficient alpha is equals to Vt minus V naught by V naught into T, where mass and pressure are kept constant. Now see this, I can even write like this. I'm just taking this one here beta. Vt minus V naught is equals to alpha into V naught into T. So V2 I took it out, V minus V naught I have taken inside. So it is V naught plus V naught into alpha into T. V naught is common, 1 plus alpha into T part of relation. This is our general formula right now. Now, if I'm taking the volume at two different temperatures at T1 and T2, that means volume will become for me V1 by V2. So V1 by V2 is equal to V naught into 1 plus alpha into T1 divided by V naught into 1 plus alpha into T2. That means V1 by V2 is equal to 1 plus alpha into T1 divided by 1 plus alpha into your T2 part of relation. Clear for in the same way? The same way I can write for your pressure coefficient also better. For pressure coefficient, if I need to write the PT out right now, so this one is P at T minus of your P naught is equals to P naught into beta into your T. So minus P naught you take inside, pressure at T degrees centigrade is equals to P naught plus this one is P naught beta into your T. So in this one, I can take P naught to be common. So this one is P naught into 1 plus beta into your T. This is the pressure at your T degree centigrade. That is your pressure at your T degree centigrade. Pressure at T degree centigrade is given by the formula PT is equals to your P naught into 1 plus of your beta into T part deflation. Clear for everyone? Clear beta? So this one is your pressure at your T degree centigrade. Okay. Chalo. Now at two different temperatures, if I am writing P1 divided by your P2 is equals to P naught into 1 plus beta into the temperature of T1 divided by P naught into 1 plus beta into your another temperature T2. This P naught will get cancelled. So ultimately I am getting right now P1 by your P2 is equals to 1 plus beta into T1 divided by 1 plus beta into your T2. So this is the another formula which you need to remember for your competitive examinations at two different temperatures if I'm taking the relation. So what will be the given condition? Okay, come back once again right now. See better what exactly I was trying to help you out with this one. In the expansion of a gases has a two what you call that one definite gases have no definite shape and volume. That is the reason when gas are completely heated, they occupy the entire volume of the vessel and it is been placed. Now when a gas is heated, both pressure and as well as the volume will be changing. So the first type is known as volume coefficient, that is alpha. Alpha is equals to a change in volume by original volume into temperature. So it is Vt is nothing but volume at T degree centigrade minus V naught is nothing but volume at 0 degree centigrade divided by V naught into your T, where mass and pressure are remaining for me constant. Now see, if I simplify this one further, from this equation I can write Pt minus Vt minus V naught is equals to alpha into V naught into T. This minus V naught I have taken other side, so that will become for me V naught plus V naught into alpha into T. For Et is equals to V naught into alpha 1 plus alpha into T. What is alpha here? Volume coefficient. So we got a formula at any temperature. Vt is equals to V naught into alpha into T for the liquids. At two different temperatures, if I'm taking V1 by V2 is equals to V naught into 1 plus alpha into T1 divided by V naught into 1 plus alpha into T2. Or else V1 by V2 is equals to 1 plus alpha T1 divided by 1 plus alpha into your T2. The second way, pressure coefficient. Second part of that one is nothing but pressure coefficient represented by beta. Same way here, if the gas is being kept at a constant mass and volume part, then beta is equals to change in pressure by original pressure into your temperature difference. So pressure T degree centigrade minus pressure at your 0 degree centigrade divided by P naught into pressure temperature difference means V2 T2 minus T1. T1 is nothing but T, T2 is nothing but T, T1 is nothing but how much? 0. So beta is equals to PT minus P naught divided by P naught into T. PT is nothing but what? Pressure at T degree centigrade. P naught is nothing but what? Pressure at 0 degree centigrade, and T is a given temperature. Now PT minus P naught, I am bringing it out. So it is P naught beta into T. So PT is equals to P naught plus P naught into beta into T. P naught common, so it is 1 plus beta into T. So simplifying it to different temperatures T1 and T2, P1 by P2 is equals to P naught into 1 plus beta into T1 divided by P naught into 1 plus beta into T2. P naught gets cancelled. So simplifying, we are getting P1 by P2 is equals to 1 plus beta into T1 divided by 1 plus beta into T2. Is that point clear beta for everyone? Is that point clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? So gases has how many coefficients beta? Two coefficients. One is known as a volume coefficient and another one is known as of your pressure coefficients part definition. So let us try to draw the graphs related to this one right now. See, VT graph. Okay, so let us try to draw the VT graph. So this one is your volume and this one is your x-axis. This is your x-axis and this is your volume. So here I'm taking the temperature in your T degree centigrade and I'm taking the volume here in your V. So if I'm drawing the graph for this one, see this one beta. What is the formula we'll be getting right now? Volume means at T degree centigrade. That means on y-axis, this will become for me Vt is equals to V naught into 1 plus alpha into T is on your y-axis. On an x-axis, we are having the temperature. Now, what is the given relation beta? What is the given relation? Vt is equals to V naught into 1 plus alpha into t. In your mathematics, you know the straight line equation, beta. How many of you have known the straight line equation? Compare with straight line equation. Straight line equation. In your 10th class, you might have been grossed. It is y is equals to m into your x plus of your c. Isn't it? C is your constant, m is the slope, x is nothing but of your x-axis, and y is equals to your y-axis. On y-axis, what we are taking? Vt, volume at your t degrees centigrade. On x-axis, what we are taking right now? Temperature. This is nothing but of your t part of your relation. Now, if I draw a graph, what is the constant right now for this one, beta? So this will be equal to your how much for me? This is equals to, if I'm writing the given condition right now, sorry. Yeah. Comparing with the straight line equation and writing this one, so v at t is equals to this will become for me over v naught plus v naught alpha into your t. That means if I'm comparing the straight line equation, this is y is equals to c plus, this one is nothing but of your c plus m into your x. So on x-axis, we are writing the t, and the slope will be equal to v naught into your alpha. V naught into your alpha will be the slope, and c will be equal to your constant. It is nothing but of your v naught. I'll write once again this one. Y is equals to v naught into your c. This one is nothing but of your c. This one is c. So on y-axis, Vt I have taken. This one is nothing but V at your t degrees centigrade. And V naught is nothing but, C is nothing but of your constant. That means we are be getting some constant. So the graph will be not starting from origin. So from here to here, this will be equal to your V naught. That will be equal to your V naught. Then x-axis, we are taking the temperature T. And this slope will be equal to this slope, whatever we are taking right now. This slope M is equals to V naught into your X. And this X is equals to your T. So X is equals to T. So on x-axis, I have taken the temperature. So we'll be getting a straight line graph for this one right now. So if I'm drawing a straight line graph for this one, so this will be a straight line graph like this. Okay, so if I extend this one till in the backward direction, it is meeting somewhere on your x-axis here. So it is meeting somewhere here. Okay, so this is meeting it. So this is a volume at what temperature, beta? 0. So what is remaining constant in this one? Pressure is equals to constant. P is equals to your constant. P is equals to your constant. Okay. So now volume will become how much here right now? Here the volume will become for me 0. At what temperature? T degrees centigrade part of relation. So I can write at a temperature T is equals to minus 273.15 degrees centigrade. Volume is becoming 0. So Vt is nothing but 0. So 0 is equal to your V naught into alpha into minus 273 plus of your some constant. That is nothing but of your alpha or constant part of relation we can take that constant. So what will be relation I'm getting right now? You see, beta? Volume at T degree centigrade is how much for me? 0. So that will be equal to P naught. So this here it will become for me how much right now? V naught plus of your relation. So it is plus V naught. Okay. So if I'm simplifying this one, I'll be getting alpha is equal to, if I take this one on other side, so this V naught is equals to, this one is already minus term, so this will become for me plus. So this will become for me V naught alpha into 273. V naught gets cancelled, so alpha is equals to 1 by 273 per degree centigrade. Okay, so alpha value, how much we got right now? 1 by 273. See the graph once again, beta. I'll explain you. See, I'm drawing the graph between volume versus of your temperature. I'm drawing the graph between volume versus a temperature. Standard equation, what I got is Vt is equals to V naught into 1 plus alpha into T. Comparing with the straight line equation, y is equals to mx plus c from your 10th class part, mathematics. Y-axis, we are having volume at T degree centigrade. This I multiplied it, so we'll be getting V naught plus V naught alpha into T. So on y-axis Vt, on this V naught is nothing but a constant C. V naught alpha is nothing but slope M, and on the T we are taking the x-axis. On x-axis we are taking the temperature. So we are getting a straight line graph not passing from origin, having some constant V. So this graph, this dark line is our graph. If I extend that graph in the backward directions, we get somewhere the what you call that volume to be completely zero. Volume is becoming zero at a negative temperature. So what is that negative temperature they calculate? It is the negative temperature. What we got is T is equals to minus of 273.15 degrees centigrade minus. So at V at T is becoming right now how much for me? Zero. So I've taken here Vt is in this equation. Vt is zero. That is equals to V naught alpha into minus of 273, 1.5 also you can write, that's not a problem. I'm just for the calculation I've taken minus 273 plus V naught. So if I'm simplifying this one, I'm getting the alpha value is equal to how much for me? 1 by 273 per degree centigrade. You just go through this graph bit. If you have any doubt, you please ask me. Anyone? Is this graph clear for everyone? Ankit, Dhanush, Ashita Reddy, no doubt in this graph. Is the graph clear for everyone? Should I tell
Yes,
you?
sir.
If VT graph is clear, now let us try to write the PT graph also. Let us try to see whether we can write it or not. So second graph, now you just take a paper and pen and try to do it along with me. This one is your pressure versus your PT graph. Pressure versus your temperature graph. Okay, what is remaining constant? Mass and V are constant. Now, how do you draw the graph? Let us first write the equation. What is the equation we have got for the pressure particulation? Pressure P is equals to pressure at T degree centigrade is equals to pressure at T degree centigrade is equals to, I'm writing as P naught plus of your P naught beta into your temperature T. Okay, now comparing with y is equals to mx plus c. Y is equals to m into your x plus of your c. So I can write this equation right now here as P at T is equals to P naught beta into T plus P naught is constant. So this is the constant. So now this P naught into beta is slope, and on the x-axis we need to write the temperature. On y-axis we need to write the pressure at T degree centigrade. This constant is equals to P naught. So let us try to draw the graph right now. See, so if I'm drawing the graph right now along your x-axis and y-axis part of relation. So this is y-axis and this is your x-axis. On x-axis, what I need to take, see, y is equal to m into x. In the place of x, what I'm having? Temperature. So this one is your temperature at T degree centigrade. On y-axis, what we are having? Pressure. Pressure at your what temperature? T degree centigrade. That is nothing but if a P naught. And what is remaining constant? But again, P naught is remaining constant. So we get again a constant right now here. So this one is nothing but of your P naught. From here to here, that will be equal to P naught. So again, we get a straight line graph for me. So we'll be getting a straight line graph like this. So this will be your straight line graph. And it will be extending till here right now. Okay, now, so that is extending there till that given condition. So this will be the graph. So it is meeting somewhere here. That means the pressure here at T degree centigrade is becoming for me 0. So if I still simplify this one, so you know that this will be making an angle of theta. This theta is nothing but of your slope. Like same like of your previous case. Here also, if you are comfortable, you can write here right now. This will be the slope. That is nothing but, sorry. So this will be your slope. That is nothing but of your theta part of equation. Okay. Don't know whether it will get completely wind up or what. Okay, sure. Okay, so that is your slope part of relation. Pressure at T degree centigrade is becoming 0. At what temperature? T is equals to, again same temperature, 273.15 degrees centigrade minus. Okay, so PT is equals to 0. Now you write in equation right now, PT is becoming right now for me 0 kabatti. This 0 is equals to P naught beta into temperature is minus 273 plus 0.15 also you can write plus pressure of your 0 degrees. So this will be written as right now P naught. I'm taking this one outside. This is negative kabatti. This will become for me positive. This is P naught. This will become for me P naught beta into minus of 273. So this will become for me plus 270. This P naught will get cancelled right now. So here I can write beta is equals to your beta is equals to 1 by 273 per degree centigrade. So for all gases, if I'm writing the given condition right now, you see. So we got alpha value also same and beta value also gave. So I can write one point right now, keeping a star mark. For all gases, for all gases, for all gases, for all gases, alpha is equals to beta, and that value is equals to how much for me? 1 by 273.15 per degree centigrade. This is already asked so many times in competitive examinations, beta. So be a little bit careful when you're writing this condition. So what is the value for the alpha and beta for all the gases? Means for all gases, alpha is equals to beta, and the value of that one is equals to 1 by 273.15 per degree centigrade. Is this two volume coefficients and their graphs are clear for us? So we know that gas have no definite shape and volume. That is the reason gas occupies the entire volume of the vessel in which it is being filled. So when a gas is heated, both pressure and volume changes. So we have pressure coefficient and volume coefficient. Volume coefficient is represented by alpha and pressure coefficient is represented by beta. So we got the total relations for that one in the different cases. You can read it out, and we have drawn the graph for the volume versus T graph. And volume versus T graph, this is the equation what we are taking. Volume at your T degree centigrade is equals to your V naught into 1 plus alpha into T. Comparing with the straight line equation, y is equals to mx plus c, volume at T degree centigrade is equals to V naught plus V naught into alpha into T, where y is equals to some constant c plus m into your x. Now on y-axis, we are taking volume at T degree centigrade. On x-axis, I'm taking the temperature. And this constant c is equals to how much for me? V naught. That V naught I'm taking right now here. So we are getting a straight line, but not passing from the origin, making an angle theta. This theta is known as of your slope. So if I extend this straight line in the backward direction, it is meeting at some negative temperature, because here it is 0 and backside of that one will be negative. And that temperature, how much they found experimentally? At a temperature of minus 273.15 degrees centigrade, volume will be becoming 0. I'm writing that volume here right now for the given condition. V at T degree centigrade is equals to, just give me a minute, better. Just go through it. So let us try to go for the next one, better PT graph. In PT graph, mass and volume are remaining firmly constant. So what is the relation we are taking? P at 80 degrees centigrade is equals to P naught plus P naught into beta into T. What is beta? Beta is known as coefficient of your pressure, coefficient of a pressure or pressure coefficient value. Again, comparing it y is equals to mx plus c, we are getting a straight line same. Again, at negative temperature, the pressure is becoming 0. So simplifying it, we are also getting beta value is equals to 1 by 273 per degree centigrade. So for all gases, we can write alpha is equals to beta, that is equals to 1 by 273.15 per degree centigrade. Is that point clear for everyone? Is it clear, beta?
Yes, sir.
Chalo.
Sir.
Is beta any doubt?
No, sir.
Chalo. Let us try to go for the next one. That is about your absolute temperature. Sorry, absolute zero. Absolute zero. Why this pen is coming like this? Okay, chalo. Absolute zero. Very important point, beta. So let us try to write the definition for this one. The temperature, the temperature at which pressure or volume of gas becomes zero is called absolute temperature, and its value is minus 273.15 degrees centigrade, or also 0 Kelvin. 0 Kelvin. So what is an absolute zero or absolute temperature? The temperature at which pressure or volume of a gas becomes 0 is called as of your absolute temperature, and its value is minus 273.15 degrees centigrade. For calculation purposes, we generally take that one as directly 273 beta. 273 degrees centigrade is equals to how much for me? 0 Kelvin. So I can write here 273 degrees centigrade is equals to 0 Kelvin. So this is the definition of your absolute zero. So at absolute zero, I can write at absolute zero, point number 1, P and V is equals to constant. Okay. Point number 2, kinetic energy of molecules ceases. That means there is no motion of your any molecules at this temperature. So kinetic energy is becoming for me 0. And third one, radiations also stops. Radiation also stops. These are very important points, better don't try to neglect them. They are very important for theoretical questions. He may be asking at absolute zero, what is pressure and volume? PV is equals to 0. Kinetic energy of the molecules also ceases, so kinetic energy is 0. Radiation also stops. And the fourth one is matter disappears. Have you seen the Mr. India movie? In that one, Anil Kapoor will be wearing a watch. The moment he switch on some light, he will be getting disappeared, isn't it? That is all on this condition only at absolute zero, because he is adjusting the temperature of his surrounding in such a way that the no matter will be existing. That means the kinetic energy, the air molecules whichever are been touching him, that will be immediately will become 0. So man will not have an ability to penetrate his rays into that medium, and he can see. That is the reason it is getting disappeared. So the concept of that one is at an absolute temperature 0, the pressure and volume will become 0. Kinetic energy of the molecules will be ceasing. Kinetic energy of your molecules are ceasing means right now what is happening? Kinetic energy is equals to your 0. Radiation is also stopping, so there is no radiation, means there is no light traveling in that one also. Matter also disappear. That means if it is at 0 degree centigrade, 0 degree Kelvin, sorry, or 273 degrees centigrade, matter will be disappearing. The disappearance is because of this phenomenon. Experiments are still going on for the given condition. Is that clear for everyone, beta? So I hope you got everyone what exactly is an absolute zero. This is even a 2-mark question for your board examination beta. What is an absolute zero? The temperature at which the pressure and volume of the gas becomes zero is called absolute temperature, and its value is minus of 273.15 degrees centigrade or 0 Kelvin. So 273 degrees centigrade is nothing but what for me? 0 Kelvin. So at absolute zero, PV is 0. Kinetic energy of the molecules will ceases. Radiation also stops, and matter is disappear. Matter disappears. Is that point clear for everyone? Is that point clear for everyone, beta?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this what about your
Yes, sir.
expansion of your gases. So please go through this one beta, and in the tomorrow session of a class, I'll stop the teaching and I'll go for the working of your thermometry and as well as of your thermal expansion of solids for your Sunday's exam. What is tomorrow beta? It is Wednesday.
No, sir, it's Thursday.
Tomorrow is Thursday. Okay, today is Wednesday, na? Okay.
Thursday.
Okay, so tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we'll try to go for the numericals working on the thermometry. So please try to revise to the class and come tomorrow. With the Celsius
sir.
scale, thermometry, say what are the temperatures I told you, you revise them. I'll try to do some of the standard numericals tomorrow in the class and try to bring paper and
Okay,
pen
sir.
along with you. We'll try to do the numericals also. Okay, now. So
Yes, sir.
fastly try to do along with me. The moment I'm writing the question, you please try to do the numericals with me. Okay. Okay, chalo. I'm taking leave better then. Okay. Bye.
Good morning, students.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
Sir
Morning,
will
sir.
Sir will join at 9:15 or 9:10. So you can join again or you can wait.